On an overcast afternoon in the city of Oaxaca, Jonathan Barbieri and his business partners unveil a selection of mezcals comprising much of the product range at Pierde, Almas. Produced about an hour from Oaxaca in the village of San Baltazar Chichicapa, Pierde Almas is one of a number of mezcal brands now being discovered around the world, thanks to a growing group of mezcal-loving entrepreneurs who are injecting branding and distribution know-how into a still mostly primitive industry. Most mezcals are produced by families in their villages, in small batches using traditional methods handed down through generations. Ovens built into the earth for roasting the agave, Egyptian mills pulled by horses to grind it up, wooden fermentation vats and copper stills to complete the process. Mezcal is traditionally a farmer's drink, a working-class spirit, but it's also one steeped in folklore and a particularly Mexican sense of magic and mysticism. All of that has been central to mezcal's growing appeal beyond Oaxaca's borders, in cities as far afield as Stockholm or Tokyo.
Everything that we do is done with the purpose or under the sort of philosophical premise that one, we must be true, absolutely true and purist about making a real, true, absolute mezcal as it comes from the villages. We want always that it not just be seen as a product, some other thing that people consume, but rather it be seen as the end result of generations of farmer producers who have been struggling to keep alive this tradition. That's really important. In Oaxaca, tradition is something that we live by. And mezcal is the silver thread that runs through every single activity and every single major event in your life as a Oaxaqueño.
Como dice el refrán popular mexicano, para todo mal mezcal y para todo bien también. Afortunadamente, ahorita en la actualidad el mezcal ha tenido un repunte. La producción del mezcal para nosotros es parte de una vivencia, es parte de subsistir.
Jorge Rodriguez Cano set out shortly after his 20th birthday with the goal of finding the perfect mezcal to turn into a brand. Over 2 years, he passed through several Mexican states, but ended up back in Oaxaca, in the Tlacolula Valley, to begin working with a local producer and develop what would later become Mezcal Amores. For him, the magic behind mezcal is much more than effective marketing.
What we try to communicate always, it's what we're drinking. The agave is a plant that needs 10 years or 12 years of this solar energy to reproduce itself or to be converted into mezcal. So when you see the process, that's like an alchemy process. And then you drink the mezcal, what we believe we're really sipping, it's solar energy of 10 years concentrated in that plant. And we find it very interesting and beautiful.
The world of mezcal is complex. There are 135 species of agave endemic to Mexico. Most of them occur naturally in Oaxaca, and much like wine, terroir is very important. Each palenque, or distillery, yields a distinct product with its own nuances and complexities of flavor.
No hay una normatividad para decir tal temperatura se cuece el agave o tal temperatura se destila, no. Todo es a través del oído, a través de la experiencia, a través del conocimiento. Por eso es que todos los mezcales siguen un mismo proceso, pero todos saben diferentes.
Mezcal production is a slow process. The plants are heavy and their fibers toxic prior to roasting. Harvesting is labor-intensive. That's part of its charm, of course, and as the spirit becomes ever more popular, the most persistent worry centers around the potential erosion of artisanal production methods. The Beneva Mezcal Factory offers a glimpse at what industrial-scale mezcal production looks like. Beneva is one of the largest mezcal producers and ships its bottles around the world. Its agaves are cooked in a large autoclave and yeast is artificially added to spur fermentation. Its ability to produce efficiently at scale is clearly good for business. Artisanal mezcal brands such as Amores and Pierde Almas are made to appeal to a discerning international audience, and exporting larger volumes would mean much larger profits. But scaling up the business isn't so simple if they want to maintain such a high threshold for quality and adherence to tradition.
Our principal purpose in Mezcal Amores is that this product has to keep its quality. So in order to maintain the quality but grow the quantity, you have to do it step by step.
These producers face many challenges, including difficulties with distribution and the complex bureaucracies surrounding it. But as mezcal awareness grows, it appears there's a strong demand for the real thing, and that's translating to success for these small companies. The best of the mezcals now being introduced to the wider world are united by a fierce devotion to maintaining the production process as it always has been, promising high quality that's uncompromised by more efficient modern distillation processes.
People naturally want to grow and evolve and have a share in what the 20th century has to offer. On a village level, we have the capacity to continue this tradition handed down by grandfathers to their sons, to their grandsons, and to slowly expand on a family level. And of course, there will be those people that want to expand industrially, and there will be people that want to consume that. But on a craft distilling level, that is to say, mezcal artesanal, that we produce and that several families in the region produce, this will never change.
For Monocle in Oaxaca, I'm Gabriel Lee.